Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, I love this look. It was created with all of these beautiful Mega Peak shades that my sister was able to put together for me with this amazing palette. This look took me like not any time at all to create. I literally just sat down and decided to have some fun and play with some makeup. I love when I'm able to just like have fun and just chill and like play with some amazing makeup. So it was my day off and that's what I did for you guys. If you want to see how to get this fun makeup look, then just keep watching. So first we're going to start off with the Scotch tape, and as you can see I like to line it up on the outer lash line, and I like to leave a little bit of space between that lower lash line there. As you can see me lining it up, I don't completely cut off that lower lash line. Now we are going to be picking up that Sigma brush, and that is the E40 huge blending brush as usual, and we are just going to be dipping into that pink peachy color, and it's called Tuscan Sun, and this is going to be the transition shade. I chose this because I feel like blues, purples, and pinks always go together, and so that's why I chose this as my transition shade. So right now I'm just doing those windshield wiper motions to make sure that I get all of the product on there, and then I use those circular motions there to blend it all out. Now you're going to see me going in with the shade Curfew. And I absolutely love this shade, and the pigment, I mean, these Makeup Geek eyeshadows are just like amazing. So I'm using an Anastasia blending brush, and I'm just applying this onto the crease, this eyeshadow shade, and I'm just making sure that it's a little bit lower than that peachy pink shade that we put in earlier, because you definitely don't want it to cover up that transition shade. So as you can see me doing here, I'm adding that onto the outer, and then I kind of bring it in to the inner corner there, and I'm just making those windshield wiper motions once again to put the product on there, and then after that I will begin to blend it out. After you feel like you've got enough pigment and you've blended, then I always like to go in with a bigger brush, and that's just so I can marry those two shades together. And I did want to give you guys a close-up so you guys could see what it should be looking like at this point. We're now going in with this beautiful blue shade. It's called Neptune, and I'm just going to be packing that and tapping that onto the eyelid. You don't want to bring this too far into the crease. I did keep it pretty low onto that lid, but I start from the outside and then I move to the inner corner. The reason why I like to do that is because things can get a little bit messy on the inner corner, and my inner corner is pretty tight, so I try to go in with as little product, and then I will just add the product as I go, and so that's what you see me doing here. I do wish that this shade was a little bit more pigmented. I did have to build with it a lot, and it was a little patchy still, but overall the color is gorgeous. So yeah, this is what it should be looking like once you've packed on enough of that blue color. Now we are using Pegasus. What a cute name for this eyeshadow, but it's like a metallic shimmery shade, and I did go ahead and wet my brush, and I'm just putting this shade onto the middle of the eyelid, and this is just going to give us that beautiful pop, and it's just going to make this eye just so much more dramatic. Try not to get this shade too close to the purple or to the crease. If you do, it's okay, we'll just blend it out. But I did want to keep this pretty low on the lid. We're going back in with that dark blue shade, and we are just putting a little bit more onto the outer and inner corner of the eye and blending out where the Pegasus, where that like light blue metallic shade was. And then because I just want to make sure that there isn't really any harsh lines, and then I went back into it with the crease. We're going in with this beautiful matte glitter. Oh my gosh, like I love this glitter. It's in the shade Pearl, and if you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know I like to set my glitter with hairspray, and so I'm just putting a little bit of hairspray on the middle there and just tapping a little bit of that glitter onto the middle of the eye. because I didn't want to pack too much glitter, because I did want you to be able to see what color was underneath that glitter, because it was such a beautiful color, and I feel like adding this just really makes the look stand out, and it's just so dramatic. If glitter gets a little bit here and there, it's totally fine, whatever. So that's what the eye look should be looking like now. We're going in with the Anastasia Moonchild palette and from her Glow Kit. And I wanted to go ahead and set the brow bone with the shade Star, just because I'm obsessed with this highlight. I mean, it's blinding, and I just thought, why not? I love Anastasia, and I love this kit, and so I just wanted to try this out for my brow highlight. Once you've blended, here comes the fun part. You get to remove all of that tape and see the finished look. And now you can see that, you know, if you leave a little bit of space for that lower lash line, it's just going to make the blending so much easier whenever you do smoke out that lower lash line, and that's why I do that trick. You have to shake up your Giorgio Armani foundation, and so I had a little dance break there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. But I did about 4 pumps of the Giorgio Armani on the back of my hand, and then dotted it around on my face. And then now I'm just going in with a damp beauty blender and blending all of this out for you all. Now we're going to go ahead and highlight, and what I'm going to be using is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. It's by Maybelline, and I'm in the shade Light Pale. I'm just highlighting per use. You all know how I do. If you want more detail about my contour and highlight routine, then you all can watch that video. I'm going to be blending that out with a damp beauty blender. Yes, it's a different beauty blender than the one that I used for my foundation, because I feel like this one is just so much more soft and it blends out so much better, and I'm so glad that I made this switch. You can get it at Ulta. After setting the face, I really wanted my contour to be really super defined, because I felt like it would be just very dramatic with this look, and I just wanted this to be just a super crazy avant-garde dramatic look. So I really chiseled those cheekbones, and I went in a little bit darker. I'm using the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I went ahead and used the lighter of the contour shades. Then I like to go in with the dark and the light shade from the Kat Von D palette, and I'm just going to be using an angled just an angled powder or contour brush, I'm sorry, and I am just blending out or contouring my forehead there and adding a little bit more depth where I want to see, and I'm just bringing light to the places that I want to bring light to, and I'm contouring and shadowing the places that I want more of that defined and contoured look. And I'm going to go ahead and contour my jawbone as well, because I like the structure that that gives me. And I did go in a little bit ham for my nose today for my contour. I'm using the very light shade once again in that Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I'm just really defining it. I used a little bit more product, and I didn't really tap off the excess product, and so I felt like that gave me a little bit more of that structured contour for my nose, and I really like how this looked throughout the day. I'm going in with the darker shade of the Shade Light palette, and I'm contouring the lip, and things got a little bit crazy, so no big deal. I just went ahead and blended that out with a little bit of some translucent powder. For my highlight, I chose Lucky Clover. I don't know why. I just thought that it would go great with this look, and I just kind of like more of a natural highlight for the nose, and I feel like this is the most natural color in the Moonchild palette. And so I went ahead and highlighted my Cupid's bow with that, and I think I went ahead and did my forehead with that as well, and I just felt like that gave me a beautiful look. I went ahead and went in with the Milani shade here, and it's Luminoso. I'm sorry, the brand is Milani, the shade is Luminoso, and that's the blush I'm going in with. As you can see, a little bit of the glitter did get into the crease, but I just said, you know what, screw it. The more glitter, the better. That's what Jeffree Star says, so that's what I'm going to say. I'm picking up one of my favorite brushes here, and like I said, it doesn't really have a name. It's just a two-toned highlighting brush, and I picked up Purple Horseshoe for my highlight because I just felt like that would just be gorgeous with the purple that that's on the lids. And so I went ahead and just highlighted the cheekbones with that. Now we're going in with this brown shade here, and it's called Wild West. Once again, another Makeup Geek shade. And I'm just using a pencil brush to do my brows. I wanted you guys to see. Sometimes I like to do my brows with shadow. And I felt like this was such a neutral shadow for blondes. And I really like using this shadow for the brows. It just gives more of that natural look and not so defined. And so that's what I did. I'm going in with a MAC teeny tiny precision brush, and it's the MAC 266 SE. And I'm packing on that blue shade that we used earlier, the shade Neptune. And I'm just really putting that super close to the lower lash line. And I'm bringing it all the way to where all the way to the inner corner to where my lashes kind of stop, and then I stop. We're picking up just on like, I guess it's not really a pencil brush, but it's more of a dense brush. And we're picking up that lighter shade here, one of the Makeup Geek shades, and it's called Wisteria. It's such a weird name. But it's just like a nice light lavender shade, and I wanted to tie in the purple and the blue, but I didn't want to cover up the blue with that dark purple, so that's why I chose like a lavender shade on the bottom of the lower lash line. And now we're going in with some crazy liner. I didn't want the liner to take away from the look, and so that's why I just added the liner onto the outer corner of the eye, but I didn't bring it all the way in on my lash line. So that's why, and I kind of flicked my liner out. I usually like try to flick it out with my nail or like with a sharp object so that I can get more of that, that like, I don't know, that sharp effect. That's what I'm looking for. Now we're going in with the Better Than Sex mascara, and seriously, my lashes were on fleek today. I don't know what it was. They were like on crack, but this mascara did wonders for my lashes today, and I decided not to put fake lashes on because I really just wanted it to be all about the eyeshadow, you know, and about the drama with the eyes. And so that's why I kind of just wanted them to be black, but I didn't even want them to be like super crazy. And then of course I did go ahead and put the mascara on those lower lashes. You know, the lower lashes gotta be popping too, honey. And so after I'm doing that, I'm going in with another star of the show. The whole look is just super dramatic, but this is from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and it's the Velour Liquid Lipstick, and I am in the shade Blue Velvet. I'm obsessed, okay? I did overline just a little bit, just a hair, just a teeny tiny bit, but I went ahead and put that liquid lipstick all over the lips, and then I will be just putting a little bit of some beautiful eyeshadow onto the center. I'm pretty sure that I used Makeup Geek Fantasy, and it's kind of like a seafoam green shade. I didn't use the same color that was on the lid, and so I realized though that I wanted to go back in and kind of clean that up, that upper lip. So that's why you see me going in here. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I liked and what I thought would look good. And so I went ahead and cleaned that up a bit. I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy avant-garde look. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!